not everyone had the same upbringing, not everyone has the same mind. Yes, we have to still respect each other. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with opening discussions and debates and sitting with each other. And as long as it's like a friendly discussion and debate. And my motto in life, I swear, is like, if I sit with someone with opposing views, it's like, either I convince you or you convince me. We're not going to argue. We're not going to raise our voice. We're not going to get all heated. No, I respect you. Even if you know, if you want, this is what you want to believe, go believe it. But if I feel like I have the ability to change your mind, if I feel like I have the ability to knock some sense into you, and you'll be sitting there with the same mindset, thinking that you have the ability to, you know, to change my mind. And yeah, you know, so it's either I convince you or you convince me. And if no one's convinced in the end, khalas. Sometimes I used to have discussions with some people, and literally for like 3 hours later, and you put some very good points, like very logical things that make sense and contradictions in their perspectives, but yet they refuse to understand. That's the problem when a person comes with such a closed mind, with such closed fists, that they're not here. Like, even as a Muslim person, I'm always willing to learn. Like, you know, if you come with a different view and perspective on life, if you come with a different religion or whatever, sit down and convince me. Convince me. I know that I won't be, because I know that I'm 100%, alhamdulillah, like on the straight path. But, you know, if you come with bigger logic than Islam, wallahi, I would be convinced. It's definitely not possible to knock sense into those that have been brainwashed by religion, you know? I mean, I always say this, and I'm going to say it again. Like, when I was 16, very, very early on, I started thinking, you know, just because I was born Muslim doesn't mean that this is the right path for me. What if? And I started having all these questions, because I'd never looked into my own religion. I just know that I'm a Muslim, and I grew up Muslim. And I thought, just because my parents are Muslim doesn't mean, like a Christian thinks that they're going to paradise, so does a Jew, so does a Hindu. So I started, you know, doing my own research, and I feel that that's what every person should do. And I thought, and I actually done this research on other religions and stuff, and I thought, you know, if something makes more sense to me, because I had no clue. So I studied my own religion first. I looked into my own religion, and then I looked into other religions, and I thought, if I find another religion that makes more sense, I will convert, yeah. So hell no. And then I came back and I was like, alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim. Yes, we're definitely going to paradise. It was like one of them ones. So I think that every single person, once they reach a certain age, there is a responsibility on them to find the truth. You know, you just need to stop with this brainwashed mindset. Just because you are... It's like when the prophets, peace and blessings be upon them, they went to a certain tribe, to their people, and they tried to convince them, and they tried to say God is one, this is Allah, introduce Allah to them. They were so closed-minded that they saw miracles. They saw so much in front of them, actual miracles in front of them, and they still didn't believe, just because, and they would say over and over again, our forefathers, our parents, our forefathers worship these, and that's why we worship them. That's the only justification that they had why they worshipped and why they followed their religion. And because they were so steadfast on that, they actually saw like real life miracles, like a camel coming out of a rock and things like that, and they still wouldn't believe. So what I'm saying is, like, it's just so wrong. Like, you have to always have the mindset of, I'm always going to improve. There's always room for improvement, no matter what, whether it's religion-based. This is in all aspects of your life. Only a fool will always say, oh, I know it all. Only a fool will be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm there. I've completed the game. I'm wise. I've got all the wisdom. No, you freaking don't. No, you don't. That's why it's always good to have this mindset of, you know what? Yeah, I'm always ready for improvement, and to try and kind of just spot where the improvement needs to be, whether it's in your faith, whether it's in your daily life, you know, whether it's in your character, your akhlaq, the way you behave, the way you treat others. So yeah. of course you're always learning Islam. SubhanAllah, like I find out I find out things on a daily basis, and I'm like, SubhanAllah, I did not know that, you know, and it amazes you more and more.